What's up, everybody? It's your boy Stevie the Black, STEVEE, the Black. I'm back, and I'm here to give you my updated Eagles 2021 season predictions. So, when the schedule came out in April, I believe it was, yeah, April, I said that I did not have a feel for the team because at that time I did not. I didn't know what to expect from Jalen Hurts, from Nick Sirianni, from this defense. I'm not really sure. Wasn't really sure. Didn't have a feel for the team. I remember Addy telling me something like he thought the Eagles could win like 11 games or 10 games or something like that. I'm like, man, you are crazy. They'll be lucky to win 8 games, right? But I did say that if the Eagles O line and their defensive line just simply did their job, which is pass block, run block, get to the quarterback, and stop the run, the Eagles on average should win at the very least should win no less than 8 games. Because having a good offensive line and a good defensive line wins you games in the trenches, right? That's what uh, we've been known for. That's how we won our Super Bowl. You know, we had the best offensive line in football. We had I don't want to say the best defensive line, but we had the clutchest defense. Remember? Because you remember during that season, there were times where they would give up yards, but they would never give up points. Or if they did give up points, they'd always get a stop when you need it, which is why I specifically remember saying during the Super Bowl while I was watching it, one stop. That's all you need was one stop, especially after we had just taken the lead back from the Foles to Ertz touchdown. And Brady, and remember, they were going up and down the field, and I said to myself out loud, well, not myself, I said out loud, I said, one stop. That's all you need is one stop. And they got that stop in the form of a Tom Brady fumble, and it was game over after that. But that's how clutch they were, right? So after everything I've been hearing in preseason and joint practices and everything, I have a feel for this team. I am very excited to see what Nick Sirianni brings to the table. I am very excited to see what Jalen Hurts brings to the table, to see if he is the future quarterback of this franchise. Because if he's not, there's a certain somebody who we could be trading for, which I may or may not give my thoughts on. I haven't heard anything in the last couple of weeks, so that's why I say it may or may not give my thoughts on. We'll see if the rumblings come back up again. I definitely will, but I'm very excited to see about this defense. Like I said, the Eagles are 4-0 in joint practices, 2 against the Patriots, 2 against the Jets. Now, take that for what you can, because they are joint practices, and we've only seen the Eagles and Jalen Hurts, I think, in like one preseason game, and the drive that we saw was very, very promising. But we didn't see much. I think it was only like 2 series. He didn't play last week because he had a stomach issue. So we haven't really seen much from the offense or the defense in the preseason. Are they going to play this Friday? I don't know. We'll see. Which I will be covering after the game. Just, I want to see if they play. If not, I'll just give my thoughts on everything like that. But now that it's been about 4 minutes, it's time for me to give you my best case scenario and my worst case scenario for the Philadelphia Eagles now that I have a feel for the team, right? So, we all know the schedule, so I'll go through it real quick. I'm going through the best case scenario first, all right? So, the Eagles open up the 2021 season at Atlanta. We know that Atlanta in the past has been a nail biter, tough game. Normally played to the Liberty goes on to the very last play, but that was in the Doug Peterson era. Remember, no one knows really what to expect from the Eagles in 2021. But I'm curious, and I'm happy, and I'm excited. So, could it be the same result? Who knows? Calvin Ridley, the tight end. Man, I wish I could remember his name. I wanted that guy too. Julio Jones no longer there, but you still got Matt Ryan. They got a new head coach as well, so it'll be very interesting to see who's going to win this game. It's going to be Atlanta's home opener. You know how raucous that Atlanta fans can be in their brand new stadium. It's only been a couple years old. But best case scenario, as we were talking, I can see the Eagles getting a win. Because like I said, normally we get the best of the Falcons. It comes down to the end. But again, because of that unknown factor, right? It's very possible that the Eagles could go in there and get the W. Next up, San Francisco. I'm actually going to say this is an L. I'm going to say we lose this game because San Francisco is healthy and we just barely beat the team that was unhealthy last year. So this year, they got Jimmy G back, they got Bosa back, so these guys back to full strength trying to get back to the Super Bowl. So, is this at home? Yeah, this is actually at home. This is our own home opener, which I'm sorry to say we're going to lose. I know what you're thinking. Jimmy G? We're going to lose to Jimmy G? It's not Jimmy G as a more opposed to as the team. So next up, we go to Dallas Monday night. Whew, it's been a minute since we faced Dallas on Monday night. But it's actually going to be at Dallas, and I actually have us taking the L. Whoa, Eagles fans. Hold up. Us lose to Dallas? Listen, we know we normally split with Dallas. And don't think, this is Dallas, this is the NFC East. It's very rare when a team is way above the rest. So remember, their defense is trash. Remember this. So even if we lose this game, it's not the end of the world, and we normally split with them anyway. Okay. So besides, we'll get them back. Then we got KC at home. Let's be honest. Andy Reid coming back. Things have changed. We've won a Super Bowl. He's won a Super Bowl. He's been to the last 2 Super Bowls. Got the best quarterback since Aaron Rodgers. Might be the best ever. But you already know we about to take that out. We might just take it horribly. But being as this is Philadelphia, being as though we know Philly gonna Philly, would you be shocked if we won this game? I would be very shocked. Could you imagine if we somehow stopped or contained Patrick Mahomes long enough just to win the game? Could you imagine that? I really cannot. But again, if they won, I would not be surprised. But I have us taking the L, which is the most likely outcome. Then I got us week 5. We are going to beat Carolina. Not worried about them at all. Tampa Bay comes to town on a Thursday night. Gonna take that L. Super Bowl champions coming to the building. Then here's where we get good. Remember, best case scenario. We're going to the Raiders, we'll beat them. Going to the Lions, beat them. Going to Denver, beat them. Although, I'll get back to that. New Orleans comes to us. Jameis Winston or Taysom Hill, beat them. We beat Taysom Hill last year. Although, that might be motivation. Again, a game I'll get back to. Then we got the New York Giants. I actually have us taking the L on that. Why? It's at New York. Isn't that New York? Yeah, it's at New York. They're still mad about what happened last year, which is get over yourself. But they're mad about what happened last year. Remember, they were like, give us the Eagles on opening day. Give us a primetime game. Which, again, NFL totally messed up. You should have taken advantage of this. But after, a 5-game winning streak, remember, it's the best case scenario, I have us taking the L at New York. Then, for some weird reason, we're staying in New York because we got to play the Jets. Interesting. Will they stay or will they just go back to Philly only just to come back and play in the same stadium? I don't know. I would just stay out there. What's the point of coming back if you're going to play in the same stadium, right? We're going to beat the Jets. The Jets are trash. We've never, ever lost to the Jets. That will not change. We will beat the Jets again. I think we're like 10-0 against the Jets. We about to make it 11-0. I could be wrong. That could be the Texans we're 10-0 against. But we've never lost to the Texans either. But we ain't playing the Texans this year. We playing the Jets. And we ain't never going to lose to the Jets. Ever. The Jets are trash. Then we going into the bye week. So, remember, best case scenario, if we're going into the bye week, our record at the bye week, which is at week 14, which I have to say, I love the late bye week. Love it. We will be 8-5 at the bye week. Hey, for a team, like I said, if the offensive line does its job, defensive line does its job, 8-5 at the bye, that's honestly pretty good. It really is, right? You're like, wow, ain't nobody expected this. Shoot, and now trust me, I've been watching and paying attention. Ain't nobody expecting nothing from the Eagles. Nobody. Which is fine. We prefer it that way. But it's fine. You'll see where I'm going with this. So after the bye week, we going back to, remember a couple years ago when we in the final 4 games of the 2019 season, it was an NFC East showdown? That's how we gonna finish it again. We got Washington at home. I'm going to take the Eagles to us beating Washington and getting revenge. You know, shouldn't have lost that first game last year, but we did. Then New York comes to us. We're going to beat New York, put them back in their place and remind them who runs this rivalry. Then we go to Washington, and I actually have us taking the L on there because it's at Washington. We're going to split with them. And then finally, Dallas comes to Philadelphia, where I have us beating Dallas. So basically, we're going to go 3-3 in the division. Remember, best case scenario, 3-3 in the division. That would actually leave the Eagles with a final record of 11-6, which might be enough to win the division. Even if it's not enough to win the division, it could be enough to get a final playoff spot since there's 7 playoff teams. I'd be shocked how many teams have a better record than 11-6. But remember, talking best case scenario. Offensive line does its job. Defensive line does its job. Plus, Jalen Hurts just takes that Carson Wentz level next step. Y'all remember Carson Wentz year 2? He was MVP until Brady stole it after he got hurt. But he was MVP that year. Y'all remember year 2 Wentz. If Jalen Hurts takes that year 2, oh man, let me tell you. Okay, that was the best case scenario. The worst case scenario, we're taking an L to Atlanta, taking an L to San Francisco, taking an L to Dallas, taking an L to Kansas City. So right there, first 4 weeks, we starting off 0-4. Whew! Not looking too good. Stay with me though. We're still beating Carolina. Their quarterback is Sam Darnold. Don't tell me we're going to lose to Carolina. I don't care if it's at Carolina. We're not losing to Sam Darnold. Tampa Bay, L. So now that's 6 weeks. 1-6. Oh, man. People might be thinking, yo, Jalen Hurts ain't that dude. Or it could just be, because there's 2 sides to every story, that teams are just better. It could be the Eagles are doing everything they can, but the team they're playing is just simply better, which could be the case. Could be the case. Next, I still have us beating the Raiders, still have us beating the Lions, but we're going to lose to the Chargers. Lose to the Chargers, right? Justin Herbert had phenomenal rookie season last year, right? You still got Keenan Allen over there. You know, they got a new head coach. You know, I mean, I can see us very easily, well, I don't say very easily, but I can see us losing to the Chargers, man. I can. I really, really can. That's how good I think they're going to be this year. I don't think they'll beat Kansas City or win their division, but they'll be the second best team in that division. Mark my words, which is not really much of a eye-opener statement, but, you know, who would be shocked by that? Okay, so Denver. I have us as a win, but the reason why I started to come back to this is it is at Denver, and you know that high altitude, man. Even though I have us as a win, because Teddy Bridgewater is their quarterback, and Teddy's no slouch, right? But he is been bouncing from team to team since he left Minnesota. So can we beat them? I still think we can beat them, even though they're a good team. But again, we're talking Teddy Bridgewater. Even though Aaron Rodgers might be there next year, he's not Aaron Rodgers. We can beat Teddy Bridgewater. We can. It's win. I can see it. Even though their defense is going to be top-notch, even though it's in Denver, I think we can win. We're talking about Teddy Bridgewater, which again, solid quarterback. But I think we can win. Then I got us losing to New Orleans. Remember, even though it's Jameis Winston, they're going to remember that the year before at Philadelphia, which is where it happened, when they were winning, they came to Philly and they lost. And I bet you they feel like they should have won. I bet you they feel like, okay, you got us last year, Jalen, but we going to come and get you this year because this year we know what to expect. And while Jameis is no Drew Brees, never will be Drew Brees, it is still possible that he just comes in and plays out and they just beat us. Remember, it's still the Saints. I was thinking about it when I was on my lunch one day. Could you imagine if the Saints somehow won the Super Bowl and Drew Brees was not their quarterback and it was Jameis Winston or Taysom Hill? Could you imagine that? Yes, Michael Thomas will be back by this point. But could you imagine that? That would be crazy, right? That would be crazy to think about, right? Unthinkable. You win the Super Bowl and Drew Brees wasn't your quarterback? What? And you did it with Taysom Hill? What? Or Jameis Winston? What? Oh, man. Remember, worst case scenario here, so they might remember, so that's an L. I still have us losing to New York because, their revenge. And then I still have us beating the Jets. So, if you're listening to this worst case scenario, you're thinking, man, that's a lot of L's. At the bye, we would be 5-8. We would be 5-8 at the bye. Again, even for a team that's rebuilding, 5-8 at the bye, that's not bad. And remember, we're a team that is potentially going to have 3 first-round picks next year. So we're still talking middle of the pack. So, man, let me tell you right now, excited. That's 5-8. That's not bad for a team that's rebuilding. 5-8. That's you only 3 games under 500. Who knows? So, come back from the bye. I still think we can beat Washington at home. Fitzpatrick, man. I don't know what the Washington football team honestly was thinking. Fitzpatrick is up and down, man. He really, really is. Maybe he's different because he's with Ron Rivera or something. I don't know. But we got years and years of evidence of Fitzpatrick being up and down. So that's all I'm saying. I still think we can beat him. We will be at home, so I still think we can beat him. We're still gonna beat Washington, the Giants, because we got to remind them again who runs this rivalry. It's us. We'll still take that L at Washington, and we'll still split with Dallas. Dallas could come in and beat us. Washington could beat us and sweep us. But even then, we're looking at what? 7-12, maybe 6-11. So even then, in those worst case scenarios, like I said, the offensive line, defensive line plays to their potential. You should win no less than 8 games. No less than 8 games. So those are my thoughts. Those are my predictions. The season starts in about 2 weeks. I got more videos coming out, more videos planned, but those are my thoughts and predictions, my updated thoughts and predictions. Let me know what your best case scenario and your worst case scenario is for the Philadelphia Eagles of the 2021 NFL season. I cannot wait to talk about this Eagles team because truly, again, I'm excited for the future. Whether or not Jalen Hurts is the future or not, we're going to find out. Nick Sirianni really ain't going nowhere, at least not for at least another 2-3 years, because typically Jeffrey Lurie gives about a 2-3 year period before he's thinking about changing things up. Remember, if we fail, Howie Roseman's gone, which is kind of what we want anyway, right? Although this offseason has been pretty good with what he's done, so you got to give him his props for that. So, man, we'll see, We'll see. We will see. But those are my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Please remember to rate, comment, subscribe, like this video, share it, spread the news. I'm back. This is going to be my full-time job. But, again, in order for that to happen, I need you guys to share this video. I need you guys to get the word out. I'm back. I'm here forever until the end of time, I guess. I don't know. Until I don't know. But I'm back. for good. So, and if you're not down with that, just got 3 words for you. Fly, Eagles, fly. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.